Hey guys, welcome to the Daily Dose. It is Friday, December 6th, 2024. Hope you've had a great week. Hope you have a good weekend ahead as we get towards the holidays. A couple baseball stories. Baseball free agency to me has always been so different than what I've been used to with NFL free agency. NFL free agency is over basically before it starts. You have that 2-day tampering period, and all of a sudden everyone's signed in the first minutes of free agency in mid-March. At least the marquee players, they're gone, and it happens so fast. Well, baseball free agency, quite different. Players have been free agents since the World Series is over, basically, and we haven't heard about any big signings. A couple came through just now, which I'll talk about. But in the past, we've seen big-time baseball free agents not sign until January, February, even March spring training, which is so different and has brought allegations of collusion, etc., against Major League Baseball owners. This year's a little different. We all await the signing of Juan Soto, the big fish, the white whale of free agency. And as I've talked about, that's going to come down to, a few teams are in those sweepstakes and everyone else is looking on the outside looking in. But we had a couple big signings this week. I want to talk about them. The Dodgers, the perennial favorites to sign big-time players, have signed Blake Snell. And that deal is about $182 million over 5. That's a lot of money, and it sounds almost trivial when you think about what Soto's going to get in $600 million, maybe, and Ohtani, of course, $700 million, but it's really $460 million present value. But $182 million for Snell, and again, the same questions arise. This team has and continues to spend big and wins big. It seems to be a destination right now. Mookie Betts was traded there. Freddie Freeman wanted to go there in free agency. They signed their own players like Edmonds, Will Smith, and of course now Blake Snell, who had opportunities a lot of places, goes there. Has become a real destination. And if you're a fan, that's the kind of ownership you want. They're out there spending. $350 million payroll is what we're looking at for 2025 with the Dodgers. And if they sign Soto, oh my God, it's going to go way above that. But deferrals as well, $88 million. This is what players do with the Dodgers, and it's become a thing after Ohtani. So the Dodgers, again, the payroll disparities in Major League Baseball, you have the Dodgers going to be at $350 million, and you're going to have a few teams under $100 million. That could never happen in a cap sport like NBA, NHL, and of course NFL. But it does happen in baseball. Speaking of which, we have one of those lowest payroll teams making a splash. Probably a much bigger surprise than the Dodgers signing Snell. The Oakland A's, who are no longer the Oakland A's. They're the Sacramento A's. As we left them last, they had skipped out of Oakland. They're going to play in Sacramento for a couple of years before they go to Vegas, which may or may not even want them. They signed Luis Severino, 3 years, $67 million. They had never spent this amount of money on a player. They have never still spent $70 million on a player. That's the only team in Major League Baseball to not have done that. And as I mentioned, they have been a lame duck franchise that has been dead last in spending in baseball for the past 2 seasons. And here they jump up and sign Severino. I'm not sure what's going on. It's a gift to Sacramento, which is going to be a small stadium in a subpar market that's not even a baseball market because they're only stopping the through there for a couple of years while the stadium in Vegas is being built. But wow, Luis Severino, $67 million, and it's the most they've ever committed to a player for a team that just left and is kind of in limbo for a couple of years. It's just amazing. Now, I know it's barely a third of what the Dodgers are paying Snell, but it certainly jumps to the top of my radar to see who it is doing it. The Oakland A's, the Sacramento A's, the Las Vegas A's, whatever they are now. Have a great weekend.